Embracing failure, the key to leadership growth. Winston Churchill said, and I quote, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue to count." His words resonate deeply in leadership. Failure is an unavoidable part of the journey, and how you handle it defines the kind of leader you become. Good morning. My name is Chidgey, and welcome to my Wednesday Morning Memo. Today, we're exploring why embracing failure is a defining trait of great leaders and how you can turn setbacks into stepping stones for success. Why failure is essential for growth. Leadership is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it. Key word there is learning from it. In fact, I believe all personal growth comes through struggle. The most effective leaders don't fear failure. They use it as fuel for growth, opportunities to learn. When setbacks occur, great leaders remain calm, analyze the situation rationally, and focus on the bigger picture. They inspire their teams to persevere, even when the path forward feels uncertain. That's the essence of leadership: resilience, vision, and courage. A lesson from Henry Ford. Let me share a story about a man who turned failure into one of history's greatest success stories, Henry Ford. In 1899, Ford founded the Detroit Automobile Company. But the cars were expensive, didn't meet his standards, and the company failed by 1901. Did he stop? No, he started the Henry Ford Company, but again faced financial troubles and slow sales. It wasn't until 1903, after years of setbacks, that the Ford Motor Company finally succeeded. His persistence and willingness to learn from failure revolutionized the automotive industry. And today, I'm proud to say, I drive a Ford F-250 diesel pickup truck. So, lesson from the past extends into this present time. Lesson here, failure isn't the end. It's a step forward when you choose to learn and grow. So, how do you turn failure into a stepping stone for success? Here are 3 steps to guide you. First, focus on facts. Avoid assumptions and gather as much factual information as possible. Build your analysis on what you know or what you need to find out to fully understand the situation. Visualize the chain of events. Think of failure as a chain of linked events. Each link contributes to the outcome. If you can break just one link, the failure wouldn't have occurred. Ask yourself, what links in the chain could I have disrupted in order to change the result? And then the final one is redesign the process. Once you identify the weak link or the broken part of the process, redesign your processes to interrupt the chain reaction and reduce the chance of the same failure happening again. That's how you grow stronger after every setback. When you talk about root cause, you're not talking about placing blame. You're talking about finding the chains and the facts associated with those chain links that led up to something that happened that isn't what you were looking for. And how should you, as a leader, respond to failure in the moment? Here are 3 tips to help you move forward gracefully in faith. First, get emotionally neutral. Before you act, take a moment to calm yourself. Don't respond out of anger, frustration, or fear. A natural, neutral, emotional state, I guess I shouldn't say natural, but a neutral emotional state, which is something that most of us call emotional maturity, allows you to think clearly and make better decisions. Identify the breakable link. Pinpoint the specific part of the process you can adjust to prevent the failure from reoccurring. Focus your energy on solutions rather than blame. And then stay vision focused. Keep your eyes on the larger goal. Failures are temporary, but your vision is the bigger picture that guides you forward. Remember, setbacks are just detours, not dead ends. Leadership is about learning, growing, and inspiring others, even in the face and especially in the face of failure. Remember, success is built on the lessons we learn from setbacks. If you're currently facing a failure or a near miss, and need guidance, I'd love to help. If you're currently can't imagine any failure in your organization and things are just going so well, you just pinch yourself, you still need to talk to me, because one thing I'll guarantee is it won't go on like that forever. The world is changing too rapidly these days. Schedule a free discovery session on my website or send me an email. Your first feedback session is on me. And always remember, success is just a few small disciplines practiced daily, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated over and over and over again. Thanks for joining me today. Wishing you all the best on your leadership journey. Bye for now, and I'll see you next time.